Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I just want to talk about the state of the market, what I'm seeing with the stock market in general, as well as what my prediction for Monday and next week is. And I also want to share this crazy news that just came out that is most definitely going to affect the way you trade and the way the stock market is trading for the next few weeks. Now, just to get off started, I want to share what I said in my last video here about the SPY and about the stock market in general. And that was that we were kind of reaching this upwards trend and we were no longer coming down from the highs that we were seeing around the ends of September. So you can see clearly from the chart that we've not only had a V-shaped recovery since the bottom of the economic downturn, but we've also had kind of a V here happen over the last few weeks. Now, a lot of people at the beginning of this economic crisis were expecting there to be a second drop, a moment where we kind of recovered as a market, and then people realized that it's not really as good as what it seems and stuff was going to crash. But unfortunately, we haven't really gotten this second selling moment where a lot of bears can really step in and make their money. And personally, I'm a long-term bull on the stock market. I've said it a lot in my previous videos that the stock market always tends to be in an upwards direction. But over these last few weeks, we've kind of seen a differing of that trend. We've seen the stock market become a lot more volatile, and sometimes there will be days where the stock market opens very green and then ends red, or vice versa. And this isn't really good for people who are on Robinhood or people who might not be as experienced traders. And what I said during the presidential debates and what I said when Trump actually tested positive with the disease was that this market is going to be extremely volatile, and there's going to be a new type of trading coming out where it's no longer going to be very profitable to do swing trading, and instead people are going to be going more into day trading. And I think I've really seen this happening over the last few days, especially with options. I see that the options prices and the spreads aren't really holding up like they were before. Now, before, a lot of people would just get in a play on options and potentially make money by holding it for weeks or months time. But now it just seems like everybody's losing money if they don't sell out when the move is happening, and if they don't sell out the same day that they bought their option or they bought their position. So it's starting to become kind of a weird moment in the stock market where we're reaching these previous all-time highs and where the market is going to have to make a decision on whether or not we can continue pushing higher or if we're going to see more red days. Now, just as a general thing, the volume is what you can see here on the bottom of my chart. And you can see that it's very obvious that there are a lot more red spikes here than green spikes. And even when the market is in an upwards direction, we're seeing these huge 1 day or 2 day red spikes. And what that means is that people may be a lot more bearish on the market's conditions right now than potentially bullish. So I want to say, guys, be very careful what's going to be happening here over the next few weeks, because we might actually see a second sell-off. Now, personally, I think the market will find resistance around this 342, 337. And after the Apple event passed and a lot of these tech companies maybe sold off 2 to 3% over on Friday, companies like Amazon, Microsoft were potentially selling off a little bit. And even a lot of these growing social media names like Work or Twitter, Snapchat, also had a tough day on Friday. So the fact that tech pulled back like that is kind of showing that maybe we had an event coming in the market, maybe we had some uncertainty coming, and that is exactly what I want to show you guys here. Now, Nancy Pelosi is the Speaker of the House, and she kind of basically controls the agenda of Congress and what they do. And lately, Congress has been trying to pass a stimulus package, and that's the main reason why the market has been able to recover from around 320 to 350. And now we're seeing this new news come out about 1 or 2 hours ago. So that's why I want to bring this to you guys ASAP so we can compare this news, so I can get comments on what you guys think. If you need any help, as always, remember that the Discord is down in the link in the description, and you can join that to see what other people are thinking about the market, what other people are asking me. Maybe you have questions yourself. That's free to join, and the link is down in the description. So Anyways, let's continue with this news. Nancy Pelosi has set a 48-hour deadline to approve a stimulus deal if it is going to be approved before the election. Now, in the US, there is a lot of partisan politics going on, and especially with this COVID deal and especially with this election, because if this COVID deal does get pushed out, it can potentially push the stock market to all-time highs again. And that's kind of a reflection of how the market in general is doing. And it might potentially be a token to get the current president reelected if it does move enough supporters to believe in his cause. I don't know. I don't want to make it very political, but I do want to say this. If this does not get passed before the election, even though people are very bullish on it getting passed at all, they think it's going to happen eventually, it's at least going to send us back to what we were seeing around the beginning of October, the ends of September, where we actually saw the market selling off, finding a support, and then coming back up. I think potentially the market could sell off again if we don't find a solution for this before the next 48 hours. And if the deadline passes with no deal made, then I think it's going to be one of the worst events that could happen for the stock market long term, especially because right now a lot of people are deciding not to trade instead of potentially looking for a trade to the upside. Now, what do I mean by that is you can see that at the beginning of this crisis, there was tons of volume on the SPY and on other ETFs as well as other stocks. And now what we're seeing is a huge ramp down in volume to where a lot of people are deciding not to trade at these all-time high levels and instead are waiting to trade only when there is selling. And you can see that's exactly what's happened here. And just judging from my Discord, I see that a lot of you guys ask me every day, is today the best day to buy? Is today the best day to buy? Is the market done selling off? So there are tons of people waiting to hop into this market, waiting to hop in on a new trade, a new position. But unfortunately, they're seeing these all-time high levels and are becoming scared because the current economic state of the US and the current political state aren't going to allow this market to continue trading upwards unless we find some kind of stability. And I think that could happen on Tuesday if we do secure this deal, the stimulus package deal. I think the market will trend highly upwards and potentially all the way back to all-time highs around 360. And I think it is possible for a deal to be made. But I would just say this, if you guys are considering opening a position on this Monday the 19th of October, I would definitely wait to know whether or not we have a stimulus deal approved or whether or not nothing is going to get passed in the long run or before the election, etc. Because that's going to be the single biggest piece of news happening right now between the beginning of October and probably the end of October, unless we get some other kind of significant news, maybe with the presidential election or with the economy in general. So that's just what I wanted to share with you guys. This news just came out, so we're going to see it affecting tonight's futures and tonight's after hours trading, where a lot of people will be taking this into consideration when kind of thinking about opening a new position. Like I said, considering a swing position, a lot of people might be more likely now to potentially sell out before the day closes, etc., etc. There's going to be a lot of repercussions of a market where there is a lot of uncertainty and where people don't want to lose money while we're nearing these all-time high levels and certain companies are pulling back randomly on random days, like how we saw on Friday where there was a huge tech company pullback. So as always, guys, just keep a close eye out on these videos. Don't forget to go link in the description to the Discord to stay updated on what happens in a daily basis. Sometimes I put live trades on there, signals and plays, my daily watch list, all for free down in the description below. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.